using that as a number. Let's say 2026 turns into a rebuilding unit. So if we put in $145,000 worth of new debt service,
$5,000 what?
but and down at the bottom, if the increases are also paid out on that.
So that's pretty money.
So this 215 number really becomes to the point that netto and more.
Well,
If we borrow $215,000, that's actually one thing. Yeah, I gotta go with it. Take out that service. I'm sorry, this is
$279.
right? We add this as we're collecting the fee in taxes. So that mill rate goes up 858.68. A little reoccurring 1 year. No,
Did the 717 that you have in there include
the amount we can go up.
the amount we can?
Yes. So we went from 163 debt service 2025. That's the 6 months on here. We're going to go to 339. Okay. Bring this to your attention so that you can chew on this fast. This box right here is one from 2026. It goes up by $46.28. Ballpark again. Current today, not ironed out, however it goes down. $46 per 100,000. So $300,000 house. Okay, so go up.
$138.84. Now, where you did lose me on that one was, what did you borrow?
139 to make that difference.
Well, we got rid of tree service and all those other.
Correct. Bring it all the way down to we're pretty much running
that's on fixing one bit of road.
Not one bit of road, not one bit of trees, not one bit of fire, not one bit of.
Which we can't on trees, because that's Mother Nature.
I know, I'm just
You
trying
said
to,
throw it
trying
all
to
out there.
zero all of this out, right? Because otherwise that number becomes 215, right? So if we do that, and we say 215, whatever, let's see. Taxes go up by $200.
In 26, and then in 27, they go up by $58 per $100.
This is based over no rating years. So this is based off of each plus each reform. This is based off of total long. So the spreadsheet gets a little, I'm sorry, I'm using a spreadsheet that I have put together for the simple purpose of looking at this. We can definitely drill into this for 2027 and 2028 and so on, but practicality of this whole thing is roughly on a $300,000 house, you're looking at a $200 increase, on a $600,000 house, you're looking at $400. If we borrow the bill loans, or if the people in the community say we want fast fire and EMS versus a 45-minute response time, we're willing to pay for it, raise the levy. Either way, that is generally kind of where we're sitting.
Well, we may have to present 2 or 3 options to vote on, and then have whichever one,
Yes.
because the majority is the one we vote for.
Yes. Yes. Either way, I mean, I don't want to say either way, because that's not entirely the case. The 215 hole, if we're going to still keep 50, replace 15, and park and ride, and motor spring light, and all the stuff, that number is 215. Right? We know the hole is 215. So again, to the point of the conversation later on about fire fees and all the rest of the stuff associated with it. If the picture doesn't get any better, that's kind of where we're sitting.
Based on 215, that's assuming all of the numbers in that 2026 projected budget stay the same.
Correct.
And that there's nothing that still has to be filled in.
It's still growing nothing. It's not fixing it. It's not polarized paving.
Correct. It's resquaring with reality.
See, the way it's, folks, the way it's come down to the roads, the road, and it was a scrape, take off the top and make it a gravel road.
Well, this goes back to what we presented last year at the electors meeting, budget electors meeting. We showed those red, yellow, green road charts. Investing in roads now versus waiting 3 or 4 years. The cost triples or quadruples if you wait. And now we're being faced with reality. Because something like Hooper probably has to go down to the studs and redo it. Or other roads as well. The longer you wait to take care of the roads, the more it's going to cost to fix them. The more likely it is you're going to have to do a deeper redo than just surface maintenance. And if we end up with a year, which we may end up having to, if we end up with a year where there's no road maintenance in the budget, that's just comes upon.
What's your opinion, God? We gotta fix something, you get $150 grand a year or something.
You gotta take care of the roads, okay? You said. What Josh put out will have to be very, very informational. But people don't realize that they gotta spend more money, give the township more money. You know, you've got inflation. And I think your board is doing a magnificent job. Why these people don't realize we gotta have more money to fix this stuff. It's everything.
One of the issues is lack of growth. town doesn't grow as far as businesses or residential homes, then the current base assumes all of the rising costs. And I mean, we can debate history and what wasn't purchased and what was purchased as far as ability to growth and what prior boards didn't want to grow or whatever. We can debate that, but it doesn't help us going forward. If we can find ways to do something with the town to grow when we have to, otherwise taxes are just gonna, and current residents are just gonna keep going so high.
That makes me think of something, that's for the last one. What about the deal with the, you call it the fire fees for the DNR? We talked about that.
That's the opposite.
The DNR owns half, a quarter of the township. Is that right? That close? They paid.
They got 2 acres in this township.
And a swamp hole out here and
And they
another.
don't pay any taxes, they should be for.
How much are they paying us?
We're talking about the tax.
All the land they own, they should be paying some tax to the township.
It's payment in lieu of taxes, right? It's 14 grand if I remember correctly.
Which is nothing compared to the yields.
So you just lost 1,700 acres of tax money plus the buildings. The DNR bought PKs. They're what, $200 an acre or whatever, for taxes, you lost that money. When you lost standard process, you
Yeah,
lost a
people are
lot of
very
knowledge.
rude. People are very rude. But anyway, that's another story.
So yes, 14, our estimate is 13.
13 feet there.
Approximately 13 square miles.
That's another thing Jonathan's looking into.
Well, it's close enough to the concern. You got anything else, Josh?
No, I just wanted to throw that in. I mean, this is not fine-tuned by any stretch, other than plugging potential holes. And what does it really look like? You can continue to debate that.
If you guys are, when we're sitting up here, we try and incorporate some type of maintenance to the goals and fix them. Would you? Fixing or repaint?
Definitely. So every house.
Come right into the center of the universe here. Jonathan, sit down. Okay, so I'm moving on to the executive session part here, because we got something scheduled. Number 2, executive session. We're done with the budget. Executive session. This discussion requires a closed session because it involves confidential strategy related to contract negotiations. An open discussion can adversely affect the town's possession. Entering into closed session under this exemption is necessary to preserve negotiation strategy. This discussion requires a closed session because it involves confidential legal strategy related to ongoing litigation, and open discussion can adversely affect the town's position. Entering into closed session under this exemption is necessary to preserve attorney-client confidentiality and protect the town's legal interests. Now, adjourn to closed session, not to reconvene pursuant to chapter 19.85, paragraph 1, paragraph E of the Wisconsin State Statute, deliberating or negotiating the purchasing of public properties, the investing of public funds, or conducting other specified public business, whether competitive or bargaining reasons require a closed session. Item to be discussed: negotiation of town's fire EMS contract. Pursuant to Wisconsin Statute 1985 1G, for the purpose of conferring the legal counsel for the town who is rendering oral or written advice concerning strategy to be adopted by the town with respect to litigation in which it is or is likely to be become involved in. During the closed session, the board will discuss the Jefferson County case number 24 CV 437, State of Wisconsin, ex rel. Winona Bradson versus the Town of Palmyra Supervisors. Roll call vote required.
Dias. Sawyer.
Aye.
Thanks, everybody, for coming.